to manage the entire US corporate bailout worth hundreds of billions of dollars, at least $750 billion. Thereby, BlackRock would decide which companies and other institutions should live or die, i.e. receive bailout money. Then the Bank of Canada did more or less the same with BlackRock, announced as its advisor on who should get the Canadian money. The US Wall Street oligarch Carl Icahn called BlackRock an extremely dangerous company and said the mafia has a better code of ethics. Mafia has a better code of ethics than the ethics rule BlackRock permits. The boundaries between the states and the monopolies and the financial oligarchy disappear. Responding to the Federal Reserve putting BlackRock in charge of the bailout program, organizations such as Greenpeace, the Indigenous Environmental Network, Amazon Watch, Stand Earth and the Rainforest Action Network wrote to its chair saying that the Federal Reserve should not be backing fossil fuel company bailouts and should not prop up an industry destroying the climate. BlackRock has over $700 billion of assets in Britain under its control. It is likely to become the biggest asset manager in the country very soon. It's currently just exceeded by Legal and General. In October 2019, we also should remember Extinction Rebellion held a protest outside of BlackRock's London offices in hell. Daniela Gaycock, professor at the University of West Papua, said that BlackRock regrets the renunciation of the welfare state. Its rise in power goes hand in hand with ongoing structural changes in finance, but also in the nature of the social contract that unites the citizen and the state. Remember George Osborne, anyone? George Osborne? Yes, the former chancellor of the Tory government, is austerity terrorist, who is responsible for homelessness of thousands of working class people and malnutrition of children in this country, in Britain, has been employed by BlackRock in 2017 for £650,000 a year for just working 4 days a month. We should never forget that. That's the connection between financial monopolies and the imperialist state of Britain. An ex-chancellor working for the most dangerous company on earth for £650,000 a year and just by working 4 days a month. BlackRock, together with two other giant financial companies, Vanguard and State Street Global Advisors, control 4 out of every 10 votes cast in big US companies. This proportion is constantly growing. Enormous power has been taken by absolute parasites that produce nothing but consume an ever-growing part of the wealth produced on this planet. We should also remember that BlackRock has investments in the German armaments company Rheinmetall, which is selling arms to Saudi Arabia and to Turkey. That means BlackRock is responsible for the mass murder of the people in Yemen and also for the massacres against the Kurdish people by the Turkish state. So BlackRock, if they are not removed, the earth as a habitable domain will end. Thank you.
This is an open mic, anyone can speak. Let's make some noise. Welcome to the people who have just turned up. We're respecting social distancing rules. There is hand sanitizer, masks and gloves going round. If you need some, help yourself to that. And do not grab a placard or musical instrument. We're outside BlackRock, the world's biggest finance investment manager. How does it make its money? It makes its money from deforestation in the Amazon, for the rights of huge agribusiness. It makes its money from oil, fossil fuels. It makes its money from asphalt and mines in West Papua, the world's largest mining company. And this is what is happening. These companies keep on applauding.